The Secret Life of Pets 2. Great. So we have another one of these movies about animals that seem more like YouTube animal memes at this point. If you recall my original video on the first Pets movie, I initially thought the film was fine, but over time it began to sour on me as being one of Illumination's most unoriginal movies, as its story was a blatant ripoff of the Toy Story movies. Yet literally the only reason this movie exists is because the first one made a lot of money, so it only made sense to do so. As you can imagine, I was not looking forward to this movie at all, but maybe by some miracle it can be better than the first one? Well, let me just say, if you remember that one poster that says "Don't laugh," guess what? It's a metaphor to this goddamn film. What's the story? Oh geez. Tell me if you've heard this one before. The main character Max has to cope with major changes in his life as his owner has gotten married and had a baby. Yeah, and this is shown in the span of a few minutes, people. So now he's become protective of the child, but oh no, he's too afraid. So now he has to get taught by this gruff farm dog on how to be braver. But wait, that's not all. Max's toy has gone missing, and now his friend Gidget has to get it back from a cat lady, which means, oh no, she has to pretend to be a cat. But wait, I'm still not done. The rabbit Snowball has to rescue this tiger from a circus with this new character, and he always has to try to act like he's brave when, oh no, he actually isn't. As you can no doubt tell from the tone of my voice, the stories in these movies are so boring and predictable that I could swear I almost fell asleep during this movie. Oh wait, did I say stories? Yes, I did, because Secret Life of Pets 2 decides to copy the same storytelling trope from Sing by having several stories in one movie. Except when Sing did it, it was already terrible, and here it's even worse. I can give Sing credit for trying to tie all the stories into one narrative, but in this, it's literally just 3 different stories that don't connect all that often until at the very end of the movie. What I'm trying to say is, remember some of those terrible Disney sequels that would have like 3 different stories that got tied together to make a movie? That's what they do here, except they try to cover up the element by trying to tie a narrative. As boring as the first film was, at least its subplot was still connected to the main one with the side characters trying to find the protagonist. Here though, nope, nothing at all. Instead it just focuses more on trying to make itself extremely over the top cartoony and pets doing silly things whenever they're on screen. I get this is a children's film, but I don't think that should ever be used as an excuse for the filmmakers to not try hard enough with this movie. Regardless of how badly it wants to keep my attention, it fails so hard. I think I get more enjoyment watching these type of animal videos on YouTube. But big shock, that's not my only gripe with this movie. In fact, it's a problem that's carried over from the first one. The characters are not good. Except here, it's actually worse this time. Because there was one character I liked in the first movie, Gidget. Yet instead of her being a cute yet badass dog trying so desperately to find her love, now she's been reduced to a walking cat impersonator, because apparently the writers thought that was funnier. On top of that, practically everyone is hit with a bad movie trope. Max's owner has a husband and child now, so he's slapped with the overprotective parent trope that made more sense in other movies like Finding Nemo. Snowball gets hit with the I act like I'm brave when I'm really not cliche, and everybody else is really only there to tell jokes and perform bad slapstick. That even includes Duke, who despite his character arc in the first movie just spouts out one-liners and bad toilet humor. And good lord, this movie is not funny. Like, at all. I suppose the only joke I found mildly funny about the movie was how the cat lady is secretly a badass, but that's not saying a lot when generally there are funnier cat ladies out in the animation world. Everything else? Well, it does involve pets, so of course it has to be potty humor. Yep, outside of the cliched attempts to tell jokes such as before comes the tray of badly done toilet humor by the animals. Usual ones like dogs sniffing asses, cats puking up hairballs, or how about some classic comedy gags like, "Aw, Max can't get the ball under the table because he has a cone on his head. You're killing me, movie." I feel as though the writers didn't care enough about this movie and just threw on any kind of joke that they thought of. Let alone the fact that the character arcs are completely thrown out the window for no reason, like how Max hates kids at first, but instantly loves his owner's child out of nowhere. Great job, writers. Honestly, the only way I could sum this movie up is if you're just going into it wanting to see cute animals do cute things, there's a perfectly good website for that. The Secret Life of Pets 2 offers no interesting characters, no good plot, a tray of cliche cliches and toilet humor at its base level. It's definitely not the worst movie they've done. I'd rather watch this than Minions, Hop, or The Grinch any day of the week, but it somehow managed to be worse than the first movie. All I can say is, keep this movie a secret, and there may be some sanity in my life.